Shit.
Let's do it.
Let's run that shit right back. This is fucking episode 220 of the No Hangover motherfucking podcast. My ass forgot to press record. Rookie mistake, but it happens sometimes. You can catch us on all our socials: Instagram at No Hangover Podcast, on TikTok at No_Hangover, on all our platforms: YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, rate, all that good shit. Follow my dog Big Gumbo in the motherfucking house. Let's fucking get this shit going. So recap, booking agent. Well, yeah, right now you're a booking agent, was a music manager. This man came from Africa, lived in fucking Virginia, came down to fucking Florida.
So I came to Florida 2017 as an actor and a model. When I got here, life was hard. I came here like with $100 in my pocket on a Greyhound.
To Florida?
Yeah, I had a friend down here who had a place here.
Yeah.
I just like, you know what? I felt like Florida was going to change my life.
Yeah.
And I took that chance. I left a comfortable space. Like I was with my peoples. Like back home, I have a group of people, like entrepreneurs, fashion designers, rappers. We're a group, right? They signed the ASAP Mob. Like we fit in with the whole ASAP Mob, right? Shit. So it's crazy. So I left that to come down here to chase my own dream, have my own legacy, have my own name. Because when I was back with them, I wasn't a nobody. I was just around the motion. I didn't have, I didn't have a name for myself. So I was like, you know what? Instead of me trying to be under somebody else, let me go down to a whole nother state, create a whole name for myself.
Yeah. And
that's what I've been doing since 2017. To be that bridge for the artists that I believe in.
Yeah. So, I mean, damn. So, what was... how was that like? I mean, it seemed like you were pretty tapped in there to just kind of leave that all and really, like you said, start your own thing. Like, was there like a certain moment, a certain point that you were like, damn, like, I know I got more than this. Like, there's got to be more than just kind of like being around it. Or was it,
it
like
was
just kind of an opportunity that presented itself and then you took it, or
right? Because I always want to be acting a model.
Yeah.
So I always felt like my city could do that for me, even though we was going back and forth to New York, hanging out with the ASAP Mob and them. But I feel like the city that we was at, it wasn't
enough.
Yeah, enough for what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Acting the model, I feel like if he ain't like, come on, you gotta be in Miami, you gotta be in LA somewhere. Yeah. So I feel like Florida as a whole period was just gonna do it for me. And I ain't gonna lie, before I came to Orlando, I thought Orlando was like paradise. I did not know Orlando had hoods in here. I did not know about West Colonial, Paramore,
Pine Hills, none of that. Shit. From the outside, most people know Orlando is for Disney World,
right? So
that's what. I saw. And like the funny thing is that like, I guess. Yeah, Disney is in Orlando, but technically it's in Kissimmee. Like that's not even Orlando technically. So it's like suburb outside, like outskirts of Orlando, and it's still got 407 area codes in some places. But yeah, that's what most people see Orlando as. And then when you get here, just like everywhere else, like when you get to places, it has its nice areas, it's got its shitty areas, it's got the places in the middle.
Every city has that.
Yeah, everywhere you go. So it is like that. But yeah, no, it's more than just Disney.
Definitely more than I had to find out the hard way.
Oh shit!
I'm talking about I came down here. I feel like I've been through the whole process of being a Floridian. I went to jail, dealt with baby mama drama.
The whole Florida man experience.
I'm talking about baby mama drama, domestic violence,
goddamn
cases. Yeah, I spent like 6 months in jail, not knowing when I was gonna get out.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo, I'm never going back to her, but I had to go back to her because she had my kids. So it was just one of those situations. But what's crazy? So I came to be acting model, right? That didn't really work out for real. So I got interviewed on Indie Gems with LV. She interviewed me there. It's a show called Black Excellence. They interviewed me on the Indie Gems. So once I got there, I felt like, yo, this is where I belong. I need to be in the podcast journalism world, And then I came back. Next time I saw LV, she offered me my own show September 1st, 2018, when I had started my first show called The Laws Roots Radio. I was running all this by myself, running my own show, interviewing the artists. It was online radio, of course, on iHeartRadio. And yeah, so I know I turned up Indie Gems. When I came on picture, I'm bringing celebrities, people's A&Rs. I'm talking to Jay-Z's nephew on the phone.
Oh, damn.
We talking about Jay-Z, Rock Nation, because he's his right-hand man. So I'm like, I'm bringing like the lit people, right? people, at least people that's important.
Yeah.
So I feel I did that, and then from there I interviewed DJ MK and Brittany Elise. They're from 104.5 The Beat at the time. And I asked DJ MK, can I intern for you? She said, yeah. So I'm under 104.5 The Beat. I'm moving around, hanging out with all the celebrities. P&B Rock, I think the last year he was alive, P&B Rock, we had a listening party for him. I think it was like 2019, 2020 type. And then I'm the one that did the playlist for his listening party.
Oh, damn.
For me. So yeah, it was crazy. And then that same day, it's crazy. That same day, we saw him. The person I was interning for, the lady, her parents died that same night, right after P&B Rock listening party.
Damn.
And I saw her break down and cry in front of everybody. It was crazy. I'll never forget that. And then she disappeared from the music scene. And she came back around, but she moved out to Miami. But yeah, I saw that, and that really impacted me. Feel me? Like, that impacted me. But yeah, and then later on, P&B Rock died.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, but yeah. So I basically interning for 104.5 The Beat. While I'm doing that, I'm dealing with my baby mama. Before she wasn't, but at the time, I'm dealing with her. She get me in trouble. I spent 6 months in jail. How I spent 6 months in jail was like they was looking for me. So when we got in an argument, whatever, instead of me staying there when the police came, I always ran because I felt like if she called the police, they gonna be on her side regardless.
Yeah.
So I always ran. I never told them my side of the story. But every time I ran, they put a warrant on me. I never learned from it. But I don't know, just an instinct. As soon as she called the police, I'm like, they gonna do something to me. So and that's what they always do. They had a gun pointed, all 5 of them, gun in my face over an argument. I'm like, what the hell? Nobody died, nothing. You pointing a gun at me? So it was just, so I went back to Virginia 2019 trying to run away from the situation. They was looking for me in VA. As soon as I decided to come back to Orlando, as soon as I stepped out the train station, they were waiting for me on Marshall's, waiting for me. I couldn't run nothing. As soon as they said my name, I turned around, it was over with. Spent 6 months in jail, didn't have no lawyer, no nothing. I just had to thug it out, went to Christian dorm. I was damn near the preacher in the Christian dorm. I was teaching them. They would listen to me, follow me. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a humble guy in there. So I had my head on straight. I was very sharp in there. So yeah, I just spent 6 months, got out 2020. And that year, that's when I met H-Dot. How I met H-Dot is when I went back to my baby mama's house. We got in an argument again. This is when my kids was finally born. So I'm like, fuck it, let me be there for the kids. That's all I did. I just want to be there for the kids. We got in another argument. She called the police again. I ran. This time they chasing me in the car, chasing me in the cop car. I climbed over the fence. They couldn't go nowhere. So I ran to a hotel days in. I said, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna go back to doing my podcast stuff because at the Melrose studio, they got the studio room and everything. You can do your podcast, shoot a video. So I was like, no, I'm gonna go back to Melrose. I went up there, dressed up bummy. I was a nobody at that point. And then they denied me because I owed them a book. And that broke my heart. So when I left, this how I met H-Dot. I left, right? From the beach, I seen H-Dot shooting a video with his artist at the time that we started working with. And when I seen that, and it was in a Rolls Royce, and when I seen that, I see my dream right in front of me. And I walked right across the street, and I asked H-Dot to let me intern for him. And then the next days, I was at a Raw Wave concert shooting because I had my camera. I always had my big camera with me. Yeah. And then I was just carried. That's why H-Dot had me around shooting. And then I was doing the merch for the artists too. So you had to come to me if you wanted merch. Yeah, so that's how I met H-Dot 2020 and got into the music world. Really through 104.5 The Beat. And that's how I met everybody.
Damn.
I said a lot, right?
Hell shit, man.
I answered like 10 questions.
For real. Like every time I had something come up, you fucking boom, I already had the answer ready. Damn, so I mean, you lived a hell of a life already, huh? Yeah, man.
I just seen it all. I ain't gonna lie. When I graduated high school, I had moved into a mansion. Had a friend. I worked at a YMCA, right? Yeah. The boss of the YMCA, he loved me like I was his son. And I got kicked out of my uncle's house right before graduation because he didn't want me to sleep over my friend's house. He said, tradition, we don't sleep at our friend house, people's house, right? Family or whatever. So I got kicked out, went to graduation with no family with me, just my friends there. My people at the YMCA, they came and show love. And then they was like, okay, we got to find your place. So they helped me move into a mansion with one of his friends. And And it was lovely, bro. Like I was 18 years old, fresh out of high school in a mansion.
I bet,
and then my friends looking at me like, how the fuck you got there?
Yeah.
And we still trying to figure it out. You feel me? It was just crazy. And they don't want to mess it up for me. But they couldn't believe it. They breaking shit, all kind of shit. For what? I'm talking about, it was just, but the mansion had like, a theater room, like 2 living rooms, hot tub, lake in the back. I'm canoeing every day.
Damn.
I'm living it. I seen that shit at 18. That energy is what I'm trying to go back to. And I want to help others feel that energy. It's like that rich energy where you can just wake up, do whatever you want to do.
Where do you think that comes from? Because it seems like just from what I was about to say, the little that you told me, I'm sure that it is a little bit compared to what the whole story is. But like, where do you think that, kind of like, I guess that giving mindset comes from? Because it kind of seems like, you've had people kind of fuck you over. You've also said, you took responsibility for the things that you've done, but it kind of seems like people have kind of, I don't know, maybe taking advantage or like, kind of fuck shit up for you a little bit. Like, how do you maintain that giving attitude or that giving mindset?
Even through the bullshit. Yeah, bullshit, right? Because I grew up in the church, so all I witnessed was love. You know what I mean? Like, so I operate out of love, regardless whether somebody give it back to me or not. So it's like a default that I just be wanting to help people, because when I was in church, that's all they did was help us. They used to pick us up. The driver, Mr. Tommy, he's had book of money. He work at construction, so he always had book of money. Give it to the kids, whatever we need for school, whatever. Like we needed summer camp, he paid for all that. So like my childhood was, I would say, was amazing. Like I saw, like I was traveling in my childhood, you know what I'm saying, like through church. So we go to different summer camp, Pensacola. My first time was in Pensacola when I came to Florida. We went to the Pensacola College. That was lit. As a young kid, I seen that. So so my childhood was really amazing. I wouldn't even like say it was bad at all. It was just at home. My uncle was amazing, but he didn't really raise me for real. Cause he was so stuck on YouTube and getting drunk and doing his whatever. Like he just, like, we live in the house, but we never saw each other. It's crazy. That's a crazy energy, right? So he didn't really raise me. I can say that, and I can tell him in his face, he never raised me, bro. Feel me? He knows that. So it's like the church really raised me. So they showed me what family really looks like. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't even be a guy that deal with a lot of women, because I saw a family. I saw a husband and wife together with their kids and what that looks like. So me seeing that, I'm like, I can't. That's all I want for myself. No matter how much female hurt me, I still want that family orientated, bond.
I feel like that's very admirable, because a lot of people will, take that shit and be like, nah, well, fuck them. Like, now I got it. I'm not trying to fucking, I ain't trying to, I got it on my own. You can get on your own type shit. Like, it's very, very, and you got to be selfish, to an extent, but like, I feel like there's a lot of over selfishness and over like, kind of doing it just for me and fuck everybody else. So, and I know people that have that type of attitude who have lived a good life, that haven't really had, that have things given to them and everything like that, and they still are like, nah, fuck you. Like, so, I'd say that's,
it's crazy. I don't know. I guess even though God blessed me with so much, I also been through the dark times too. So it kind of like humbled me. Not made me big headed, even though, I'm with the big dogs or whatever. I'm still humble because all the stuff I went through, like jail and all that, losing my kids, all that kind of stuff. So it kind of keep me grounded, I guess.
Hey.
But you know what's crazy? I'm going to just say it. The problem right now, and especially we're going to get to that too, the Orlando hip hop scene is the OGs here, they don't want to help the artists.
That's kind of what I've been hearing. That's kind of
that's what they're telling me when I ask them, can we do this? No, I'm not dealing with artists right now. I'd rather just them come to party with me instead. So it's like, I know what's going on, and that's why I'm like trying to step up to be the leader, to be like, you know what? I got the connections, I got the resource. If you need it, come fuck with me.
Well, why do you think that is though? Like, I had,
why is that?
Yeah, because I had somebody on that they said that certain people, like the artists, aren't showing the OGs the respect that they should, because when they're going out of town, they're getting treated like they should be. But when they come back home, they're not really getting that. Like, it's just, nah, that's just that dude that I grew up with. That's just this dude that I went to school with. They're not really showing them the same respect, and kind of vice versa in the same way. It's like, you know, the OGs aren't really acknowledging when somebody's got talent.
Right.
They're kind of taking it too personal. Again, this is just what I've been hearing and shit.
I'm gonna solve all that. I'm gonna answer all that question, right? So it's two things, right? So the reason why the OGs not really tapping in to the artists right now, because they already been burned out. You know, a lot of other artists that got on left them behind, burned them out. You know, a lot of burning bridges been going on.
Yeah.
And a lot of promoters and management, whatever, they don't want to keep going through that. So they got tired of that. That's why everybody just working their day job and not really. If you notice, nobody really focusing on the music production of Orlando.
Right. Yeah.
It's just the club scene that's the lit.
Yeah.
And then just major concerts, D-Lo, whoever come. But it's never like the music scene of Orlando, no, and production, camera work, media, paparazzi. Nobody's really focused on that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that part, right, where the OGs burnt down. And another thing is, I just saw me and H had this conversation. We answered the question is, it's really the artist's fault. They the problem. You know why? You have people like the H dots who will charge you with thousands of dollars, right? Mm-hmm. But the last since November, me H dot done put some artists on the Beacham stage with no followers, no fame, no money involved, off our face in front of 1,000 people. Imagine you never perform in front of 100 people and perform in front of 1,000 people off our face. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's unheard of. You feel me? So then you have people like us, right, who still get crossed over after we do the help. People on, yeah. Right? We really put people on off our face card. Like, we ain't got to be there and you still good, right? Yeah. So it's like, we got artists. So I've realized it's really the artist's fault because the artists don't even support each other.
That is kind of. There's been a couple artists that I reached out to that, you know, I'll hit them up and like, hey, listen, this is, you know, I want to have you on the podcast. I fuck with what you got, and then I kind of hit them with some numbers, and then I won't hear back from them or whatever. Right. Or you know, there's, you know, it kind of seems like people are kind of clicked up to, in a sense, like, you know, you got, you know, people from this hood that got their own shit, people from this hood that got their own shit, but because they're from different hoods, they're not really gonna fuck with each other. And, and
so there's a lot of politics going on in Orlando, and that's what's holding us back. I'm gonna just say that because Chapman my people, so I don't care. The Chapman list, right? Yeah. Just off of how I'm looking at it, I can't believe that of all people, he did not put Tatted Jit. I feel as though Tatted Jit the only artist that makes noise, that keeps Orlando being talked about in other cities, because he be beefing with other people, whatever, arguing with other people. So I feel like Tatted Jit alone deserves that to at least be on the top 25. Yeah. You feel me? That right there just shows the politic of the game. You feel me? Because obviously Chapman, whoever in his Chapman team don't like Tatted J. That's what he said. So it's a lot of politics going on. People like they know, oh, now you're working with Gucci Mane. Oh, they finna go tell Gucci Mane, nah, man, he ain't no good. Hangover ain't no good. Don't work with them. Don't go anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what they're doing. There's a lot of that going on. Yeah. And it's a situation where I can do that too to a lot of people. Yeah. But I choose, like, I can do that. It's a situation right now. I can do that right now. I don't want to talk about, but it's like I just choose not to, because I'd rather just let people realize who they are. Yeah. And then,
well, I mean, and I might
back later.
Yeah, I might be a little naive. Just like I said, I'm kind of, you know, I'm fresh, like new to the Orlando scene. Like I fuck with music and I love listening to music. And but like I've never really been really tapped into the rap scene in Orlando until recently. Right. But like, and again, maybe this is me being naive, but you know, I've already met, you know, different people who have kind of told me similar things and kind of told me who they don't like and why they don't like them, or why, and not even not necessarily not like them, but just why they won't work with them and shit like that. A lot and me being me, I feel like it's like, well, I fuck with everybody. So I mean, you know, if I get a certain amount, you know, certain people on my podcast and I'm able to talk to them and I'm able to, you know, kind of bridge that gap a little bit, you know, somebody's got to do it, right?
Right. And
somebody's got to be the one. And you know, again, I'm saying this as humbly as I can, just because, like, again, I don't know shit. I'm talking straight out of, like, just from what I've heard and just people that I talk to and, like, my own just again, just kind of bushy tail, wide eyedness of, you know, just kind of breaking into it. But it does seem like it's all things that can kind of be, you know, solved by conversation. And like I was telling you before, that's the whole point of my podcast. I want to, you know, if there's an issue, if we don't share the same opinion or whatever, like, talk it out. Like, you can't solve shit if you don't talk.
That's the thing. They don't want to do that. They rather go on social media and diss each other.
and that's the thing too, because like, you know, it's the same thing as like reading a text. Like, you're gonna read it as you read it, so you're gonna interpret it that way. So it could be said, you know, sent one way and interpreted it different way, right? And you know, that creates a whole different, you know, other.
I ain't gonna lie, I dealt with a lot of those sending out a text with a positive energy and the person receiving a negative energy, and they just stop fucking with me. I'm like, damn,
like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do?
That one word or one sentence? I thought
it was love. Like, what the hell?
What, off that just sentence, that's it. Everything thrown away. I'm like, wow.
But I feel like that kind of plays into the times a little bit too, because like, I mean, everything's so accessible now. You know, you go from, you know, food, shopping, dating, fucking, you know, you name it, gambling, fucking, everything's so accessible now that it seems like people feel like it's easier to just run to the next or go to the next thing instead of, you know, thinking the grass is green on the other side instead of just watering the grass that you're on.
A lot of females doing that right now. They do not want to thug it out with nobody.
Nah, dog, that shit, it's
bad out here.
It is, but you know, again, I feel like that kind of plays into kind of just like the fast pacedness and the convenience of what everything is right
Everybody
now.
Got access to the whole world.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, you think, what's the point of sticking around with this if I could just go find something? Especially, you know, you bring up dating. Like, I feel like in dating, like, I feel like everybody just wants to be in a constant honeymoon phase, and it's like, so like, you know, they'll fuck with somebody for like 3-6 months. Once that dies down and shit starts getting hard, they'll go on whatever app, go out, oh, I've met this person, and go through that whole cycle again, and it's just a vicious cycle. And it's like serial daters. I'm like, I could never do that shit. Like, I could fuck around, whatever, but I'm not gonna like, I'm not one that's gonna sell a dream. Like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, like what my intentions are, and if that's cool with you, bet. If not, then all right, we can still be cool, but you know, and that's it. But you know, it's the times, dog. It's the times, and again, it trickles into everything.
I feel like it happened after COVID.
Well, I mean, I feel like COVID sped up a lot of shit, because we were already kind of, you know, Uber Eats, you know, DoorDash, you know, we had Redbox and all that shit, you know, things like that were making things a little bit more convenient. But then when we went on lockdown and everything went to fucking delivery, everything went to online, it sped up that process so much quicker. And then once you get out of it, now you want to be out in the world still, but you still want that convenience of, you know, if I don't want to leave, then I can just get this shit straight to my door.
After COVID, I never seen, in this time we in, I've never seen so much people with money.
Yeah, there's money to go around. I mean, crypto, you know, a lot
before
more
that,
people
like no one. I'm
stocks.
talking like as far as people showing it. Like, now people showing it for real. Like,
well, because I mean, you have to think, you know, there's the crypto boom, you know, Bitcoin and things like that. You know, that was, you know, people were investing their money at that time, and now, you know, 5 years later, now you're seeing the results of that shit. So, you know, people are able to, like, yeah, I did this, you know, I invested it in such and such thing, and now 5 years later, like, I'm balling, I'm retired, I can do what the fuck I want, and
everybody a motivation speaker. Everybody a motivation speaker. My whole timeline full of motivation speakers.
And probably half of them don't even fucking practice what they preach. It's just a business model at that point, so you can make money off of it. And if you know, and if you can say the right things and give off the right energy, then you can sell it. I mean, it's just being like a salesman. You're just selling motivation and selling dreams. You know, kind of like motherfuckers be doing to chicks and shit like that, selling a dream that, and you know, and then it's up to the person, you know, that's hearing it to go follow that shit, and it might motivate them for like 5 seconds, but all they need is that follow and the interaction, and you know, they don't really, you know, if they get like crazy. Yeah, it's not, you know, it's just like in music and fucking in sports, you know, we're to a point now where there's a blueprint for everything. So if you follow that blueprint, you'll find some level of success. Whether you're really into it or not is a different thing. Sure. But, you know, again, you know, we want to, you know, circle back to music. There's a blueprint to being a rapper and being a hip hop artist. Like there's, you know, you could probably look it up online, like the aesthetic that you want to go for, you know, different types of.
You know what a blueprint is? Is a team. Every artist just needs a team.
Yeah.
That's the blueprint.
Yeah. I mean, that'll make it easier, but I mean,
no, for real, like they need a team. Like I have artists that when they didn't have a team, they ain't go nowhere. As soon as they get with a team, so that's really that's the state that no one is telling the artists. Is like, yo, just get a team, bro. Get somebody to promote you every day.
Yeah.
Like if you promote yourself every day, get somebody to do the same thing. Like even when I work with Vanna 305. She's a huge A&R management in Miami. She got Crown Miami Management, and she just have a group chat full of 100 people, a PR team that just do everything she does, that post everything she does. 100 of them that do everything she does.
Yeah, so that's getting out in front of
her
so
name,
many eyes,
her brand gonna be seen every day because she got 100 people posting about her.
Yeah.
Even when she's not posting about herself, they posting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them.
That's that passive shit. That's that passive income right there. Fuck. Social media income. Yeah,
so
man.
That's really it. Just gotta get a team, bro. Like that goes for even starting a business.
Yeah.
You have to have a team. Grant Cardone say instead of having 3 people working for you, get 100 people working for you. So then you can hire management. You have to deal with
all the
employee problems.
Yeah, exactly.
If you only got 3 employees, you have to deal with all that employee problems. But if you get a management that manages 100 employees, you just the boss.
So all this game and all this information that you got, did you go to school or anything for it, or this is just off of experience? Because I got my shit off of life. I went to the school of life, and I was in school. I was in college for a semester. I'm like, nope, this ain't for me, and I dropped out. And I've just been kind of
for sure.
learning shit off of just life.
I study Damon Dash. I study Earth Gotti. I hate to say it at this time. I hate to say it, but I used to.
Here we go.
I used to listen to Diddy motivation videos. Now, real talk. It was before all this. It sounded good, but now
listen.
Now it sounds crazy.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this for you. Somebody can be a good leader and have knowledge and be a shitty person. Just because you're good at something doesn't make you a good person.
Donald Trump.
Another example, just because you're good at something does not make you a good person. Just because you're a good leader, a good motivator, does not make you a good person. So stop fucking putting the two together,
right? And
your life will be so much easier. The clouds will clear up. Fucking mental will align.
That's what I follow. I follow people's like business morals and principles, like how to do, because I'm a boss myself. So that's how so I studied Damon Dash, the greats, the people that did it before me, that dealt with artists, that managed artists. It's funny, like people like art managers, like we're literally helping people become richer than us.
Yeah.
That type of support, you can't get that nowhere. That's like real deal, genuine support. Somebody who want to see you richer than them, and they're going to fight to make sure you get there.
Yeah.
Even if you leave them behind or give them a crumb, they still gonna.
Bro, that is a different type of fucking. You got a different type of mindset for that shit, because I can imagine that it gets frustrating as fuck sometimes, like extremely frustrating.
But I will say, currently right now, I have an artist who did get to the other side, who did crack the matrix. Omni Clutch. He's blowing up right now in Florida. He's got a hit single called "Needed You" featuring 12th Street. They got a hit record called "Needed You." So I got to watch an artist that I help. I was going back and forth to Miami helping him with Vanna. Vanna is the manager. I'm part of the team, and we just help Omni become who he is now. And now he's blowing up. He got songs with Major 9, all kind of artists coming up. He got a song with SCY Jim coming up. He been getting booked. What I noticed, I'm gonna tell artists. So how you know you made it is when people are calling you to perform that one song that they want to hear, that they like, and also that everybody's hearing. So once you get that phone call, yo, I need you to perform that song, I need you to perform this song, that's when you know you made it, and you're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
So right now, Omni in the stage where now he's getting paid for his song, because he have a hit song now that got 2.5 million on Apple Music.
Oh shit.
Streams.
Yeah.
That's off by himself, no label. So now it's like he have the leverage. Yeah. Any label coming to him like, yo, I want 10 mil because I already got myself lit.
How you feel about that, and like kind of the lessened value of a middleman and the lessened value of labels now?
The lessened value?
Like if it seems like record companies and labels are less valuable at this point right now. Just because, like you said, now you can get 2.5 million streams on your own and go to the table with some leverage and kind of start demanding shit.
Right. So that goes with you having a team, because you can have your own machine before you get to the label.
Yeah.
That's really how the label's looking at it. Who really have their own team? Who really invest into themselves? Who's getting on the major platforms, on the radars, all that? They're looking at all that.
Yeah.
They're looking at your streamings, all that. Like who's really investing into themselves?
Yeah.
And that's how they're looking at it. So you can do all that without a label by you just building a team. Like basically create the positions that the labels got, create that for yourself.
Yeah.
Like labels got a producer, a security, whatever, management, whatever, you create that for yourself around you. Dancers, whatever you need, create that for yourself.
Yeah.
The people that's around you. And then have those people push you, like the label pushes their artists. You can be the same level as them. Literally. That's what Omni did. He has a team. His management, she created a PR team that promotes everything she does. So her artist gonna be in rotation. When you have 100 people posting about her artist, he has to make it.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork. I'm watching it with my own eyes.
In real
teamwork
time.
Really does.
Yeah.
Like teamwork is very important into getting to the next level as far as being an entrepreneur, being an artist.
Yeah.
Even if you're trying to, go to school to be whatever you're trying to be, like you're gonna need a team to get you to the next level.
Facts. How'd you and EA link up? How'd y'all meet?
EA, long way.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the boy.
Yeah, definitely. EA is
we got to get that basketball game going too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. EA is one of my kids. But EA is one of my favorite artists, man. He's a rock star. He's a superstar. I'm really rooting for EA, because when I first heard his music, I just knew that, I just felt the energy that he already made it. I met him through Any Kitchen. See him through Any Kitchen. He was being managed by my people's Pearl. She basically like damn near spoiled EA. She spoiled EA for sure. He knows it. I'm gonna say it on camera. She knows it. He knows it. I know it. She spoiled EA, and EA is a superstar. So he walks around like a superstar, because he is a superstar. So yeah. So last year, it was really just me and EA last year. We were just working together. I was pushing him every day. He was my main artist that I was really pushing every day, posting him every day. I became EA basically. Like I became another person, another him. Yeah. Like pushing him, like I became him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my dog, man.
How do you do that? Like really, like, because it seems like nowadays people don't want to, like, they're only pushing their own shit and don't want to push other people's shit. Like, how is it that you're able to just like lock in so much with somebody that, like you said, you're kind of just becoming a clone of them and just really pushing their shit out like it is your own shit?
Right. How do I be? Really, I don't know. I think because I love the music, bro. Like I really love this music. Like I really have the ear for music, right? Yeah. So I just feel like this is my niche. This is all I have. I done got fired so many times from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm even right now talking to you, I'm at a point where if the music don't work, like the music have to work.
Yeah.
That's that, like even speaking to you right now in real time, the music have to work for me. You feel me? Yeah. So like that's all I have. That's how I treat it. It's all I have. I don't have nothing to go back to. Yeah. And I give it my all, you know, like it was like if I was running my own business. Yeah. That's how I do. Like I literally put my Gumbo's Cookies business to the side and focus 100% to the music and helping these artists. And this is in real time. Yeah. And I have investors that's like, yo, Gumbo, what you doing with the cookies? And I'm just like, yo, reason why I'm doing this, I'm gonna give you a story. There's a story behind everything I'm doing, right? Yes, so I look up to Famous Amos. Yeah. Story behind Famous Amos, I feel as though me and him have the same story. So Famous Amos started off as a A&R, me, like who I am, talent manager. He helped, he put on, what's his name? Marvin Gaye. He has some another artist. So two of his artists that he put on helped invest into his cooking company. They made it. Now they got the money. Marvin Gaye put in 10,000. His female artist, her and her husband, put in 15,000 to get his own store.
Yeah.
That's how Famous Amos started. So I have the similar story to him. I'm helping the artist.
Yeah.
I know one of my artists gonna help me become rich. Well, I might even need them. I'm gonna just use my own money and I invest into my own cookie company. Cause my goal is to have my own restaurant, have my own vending machine. Like you're gonna see Gumbo's Cookies, Gumbo's World everywhere. All it really takes is money. Yeah, I have the resource to make shit happen like this. It's really just the money.
I feel that,
and I have the hunger. I have the work ethic. I know I can outwork anybody in anything I do. So that's why I have 100% belief in myself. Cause you know, I grew up, you know, with support. So my people back home supported me. They believe in me. So they gave me that hope. So I have that strength, you know, that I know everything is possible, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, that's some powerful shit though. I mean, the power of belief and the power of self-belief it's
crazy.
I feel like that shit's underrated too. Like a lot of people,
everybody don't have that.
Yeah, for real.
And the people that make it are the people that have that.
And it's like, and it's borderline delusion, but like you kind of have to be like that to get to those points in life, because if not, then you're always going to be like, well, nah, like that person must have something I don't, or that person must have, you know, a special talent that I don't have. And it's like, nah, like they're probably just the same as you. Like and you hear this all the time. Like they put on their shoes the same way you do. They fucking bleed the same way you do. They breathe the air and all that shit. It's just a matter of, you know, this kind of that mindset, that wiring in your brain is that like, I don't give a fuck. Even if that person is more talented than me, I don't give a fuck. I'm out to work them 100 days out of 100 days. Yes. And eventually that talent ain't going to be enough.
Right.
And that, I mean, that is a certain mindset that I feel like it can be taught to an extent, but more times than not, it's like you either got that shit or you don't.
Right. And then it's about like the people you around too, like who you look up to.
Yeah.
You know, like I look up to nothing but bosses. So I speak fluent boss. You feel me? Like I don't really understand nothing else but that. Like, yeah. So it's who you look up to, you know, the energy you get from, like, you know, like my biggest mentor is H-Dot, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, he's known for having a lot of energy and executing and getting shit done.
Yeah.
So it's like you gonna become whoever you study, whoever you look up to.
Facts.
If you learn from the great, you're gonna become the great. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at in life. It's just how I'm looking at everything though. For me to get everything I want done, because I have a lot of dreams, a lot of businesses I want to start.
Yeah.
Just because of my entrepreneurial mindset. It's just all gonna take money, and I know that the music gonna give me that money. One of my artists gonna hand me $1 million, and then I'm gonna be able to use that $1 million to invest into everything I want to do. And I firmly believe that's exactly what's gonna happen. And that belief is what I'm keeping. Not just them giving money, just me. The work that I put in, I know is gonna bring me abundance of wealth.
I mean, it's gonna be earned in a sense. Like it's not just gonna be given, like you said. That's just gonna be earned because of the work that you're putting in right now, the time that you're putting in, and that, you know, all that shit. Because
I started as an intern. Like I was a janitor.
Yeah.
I watched everybody else get put on, and they didn't have to do no work, just show up with their camera or whatever. Like I was a janitor. I was a nigga that had it. When everybody leave, I had to throw the trash away, sweep up, and you know, this is in the music industry. You know, me doing that. So like I really had to work for my position. Like it was not given to me at all. Feel me? So
where does that love of music come from?
The love of who?
Music.
The love of music?
Yeah, the love of it.
Like, the love of music? Yeah. Well, I'm from Africa, so all we do is listen to music. Different kinds of music. So yeah, I grew up listening to the radio when I was a kid, and I always want to be on the radio. And yeah, I grew up listening to exclusive music. Like when it was a station called Hot 91, they always play underdog music that no one hears about.
Yeah, and
that's what intrigued me. I was like, I want to be like them. I want to put people on that's not being heard.
Yeah,
and it was funny, you know, Jay Farrell.
Oh yeah.
He was on Hot 91.
Oh,
He's from Virginia.
Oh,
I would listen to him every day. Like all the skits he do on Instagram, he was doing that on the radio.
Damn.
That's what's so crazy. To see where he's at is like it's mind blowing for me. So back to what I'm saying, I watch people go from nothing something. Even people I don't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen to him on the radio.
That shit resonates though. That shit resonates.
Now he on SNL is beyond me. But yeah, so I always want to be that bridge for my peoples. That's why I really came to Florida. I want to be the bridge for my people in Virginia, so we can have more resource. So when they come down here, they just come hang out with Gumbo and we do this music shit together. So that's kind of what I wanted. And you know what's hurting me though? I'm gonna say this, even if they see this.
Shit. He pointed at the camera. What's good?
I'm gonna say this because I'm fighting so hard, and I just feel like the people that I'm fighting for don't really care. Mm-hmm. They don't really appreciate this, you know, because it's given to them. They have easy access to it.
Yeah.
And it's funny, people that don't have access to it, they're begging for it. They will pay for it. They will travel to come see it or touch it. And then the people that I'm doing it for, they don't even care.
Take that shit for granted.
They take it for granted like a mother. And that's the only downfall of this, is because of who I did it for and why I did not taking it serious. It's kind of disappointing. You feel me? Because I'm like, damn, I could have just been a regular guy. Yeah. Working 9 to 5, not chasing no dream. But I did it for my peoples, and I feel as though the people that I did it for so far not appreciating it. So I just hope somebody appreciates it. Omni appreciates it. He's taking over now. Yeah. He's the only one humble that I know that's really like, all he said was, yo, Gumbo, I just need an investor and just stay consistent. Yeah. And now he's doing everything he told me. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the only downfall, just helping certain artists that don't really appreciate this. Like, I have artists that I give knowledge to about the music business that they know nothing about. They could have been missing on a lot of money. Yeah. I didn't plant that seed, and now they're saying, fuck me, I'm a nobody, I didn't teach them nothing. So shit like that you have to go through, like, as far as being management or just trying to help, like being part of an artist self-development, because that's what I am. I'm like level 1. Like with me, it's level 1. Yeah. Get with like the H dots, you level 1,000. Anything can get done like this. Yeah. So me is like, you go through me is like, I do self-development. Like, I watch you grow to become a star. Yeah. Like, I take you to the people that can put money in your back, that can put you on certain platforms. So I'm like that bridge for artists. So I be like, damn, I just hope somebody take advantage of this. Yeah. Because it doesn't do nothing for me, because I'm not an artist. Yeah. I can't make money off it until artists make money. Yeah. For me, so it's like, I hope somebody take advantage of this, and then we're gonna take it to the top, you know?
No doubt. So tell me about these this event that you did on Friday and these events that you've been doing. Talk about that a little bit.
We Got the City was created by me and H Dot. He asked me what you want to call it. I say, who got the city? And he answered the question to my title. He said, nah, we got the city. So that was the name of the show. We Got the City. We Got the City is a platform that's created for the artists. It's created for the artists, by the artists. I wanted to create a platform where the artists can feel like I'm at home. Yeah. Like, this is where I belong. I don't need to be nowhere else but here. And that's kind of what I'm going to do too when I create my restaurant. I want the customers to feel like they're at home. Yeah. I don't want to leave. I just want to stay here. Yeah. I go nowhere. That's the environment I want to create. That's what Gumbo's world is. Yeah. The environment that you just don't want to leave. You're just having too much fun. Hey. Feel me? Hey. So We Got the City is an artist platform created by me, H Dot. Is right now is run by me, J Kings, Isha, Cheeseburger, JB, Mary. We added more people to the team. H Dot right now, he's in Miami, running shit in Miami. Yeah. He let me run the city while he's gone. Right now I got the keys to the city, so I'm kind of like just trying to give artists opportunity. Like I said, we can get artists on Beecham. Like some artists that we put through our show, the ones that we like, throw them on Beecham off our face. So that's kind of what we can do for artists. I got a lot coming up. So We Got to See this gonna be the next on the radar. It's gonna be the next Rolling Loud, because I'm trying to take it to that level. Yeah, we can have our own festival here in Orlando. That's kind of where I'm going to take it. I want to take it to the next level. You know, it's like the people that have the money to do it, they don't care. They don't want to do this. They already burned out. They already been there, done that. Yeah. So now it's time for a new face, fresh face, somebody who really want to do it, who's really hungry for it. And once I get the money that they have and more, because I'm going to surpass everybody. You know why I say that? Cause how I'm looking at it, everybody here are lazy. They distracted. I can say it to their face when I see them. They're lazy. They're distracted. They don't want this. They're not hungry no more. Certain people get hot, and then they become a hood celebrity. They just get this fame, and then they don't want to go nowhere else. They don't want to tap in with nobody. They don't trust nobody. Like a lot of artists had an opportunity to be managed by H-Dot. Somebody who put Gunna on. You feel me?
Yeah.
Who put a lot of major artists on, and they burn it out on themselves because, like I said, it's really the artist's fault. My viewpoint is the artist's fault. So the city right now is full of lazy people that don't want to strive for greatness. So it's going to take the people that really want to do this, people that are really going to work hard, that's really going to be consistently posting every day, working every day, connecting every day. We're going to be the ones that surpass all of these people. And I would say this in their face.
Yeah.
They're lazy. They don't want this. They're telling me I don't want to do this. I'm going to just focus on doing my parties. You know, they don't want to focus on the music.
Big Gumbo putting everybody on notice right now. Shit, as you should. Sometimes you got to light a little fire under somebody's ass to get them going. Fuck, you start seeing who's really about it and who's not.
Right. So, everybody's just playing the hood celebrity role. They don't really want to take it to the next level. Yeah. Like everybody's just stagnant and playing politic games.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's what's going on. So I know if I keep going and I have the right team with me, we will surpass everybody that's lazy right now. Just watch out. Whoever at the top, I am coming for your spot. Just be careful. Because when I get it, you will have to bow down and beg me for it. And I'm not giving it back to you.
Shit. Talk your shit, dog. Talk your shit, man. Nah, I mean, hey, and I'm from Orlando. You know, this is where I'm from. I was born and raised here. So, you know, I'm all for, you know, whatever's going to bring the city up and whatever's going to bring the people together more than anything and unify everybody because, you know, and again, maybe it's biased because I live here. Obviously, I'm from here. So, but I mean, I think there's always been a ton of potential in Orlando, just overall.
Right, it is.
In the music scene, yes, but just overall, there's always been, and it always seems like the people who have tapped into that always seem to leave Orlando. And I understand, like, I get it, but then, like, you know, it seems like Orlando has, just as a city, has been like it's bigger than like a small town, but it's not big enough to be considered a big city yet. Like, and there's a lot of new money coming in now and all that shit, and a lot of renovations.
Crazy? You know what you're saying is how the people in Orlando sees it. The people from outside Orlando see Orlando as paradise. Artists are coming here to
there's a lot mad people coming from New York, mad people coming from California because new money coming in. And I've been
the people from here don't see busy what? Having a barrel. They don't see that we're thriving. They don't see that we're really winning. Like Orlando, if you look on the Google, we number one at everything. College.
Yeah. UCF's one, I think, as far as like student body, I think has the biggest student body in all of the US. Yeah.
We number one in the country. Not state, not city, country, right? Tourist wise, we damn near number one. Like we number one in a lot of things, and it's so funny that people that's here don't even know that. So, you know, if they knew that, they would take that serious and wear it on their chest. Right. And it will go crazy, but nobody knows that.
I think part of it is too, because for me at least, like I've always appreciated where I was from, but when I moved away, I lived in Pennsylvania for a year. It really gave me that appreciation and that perspective and that love from where I was from. Like, you know, I enjoyed the time that I had when I moved away. I moved to Pennsylvania and it was a good time. Like I learned a lot about myself and all that shit, but like more so it really made me gain that love from where I'm from. I'm like, damn, like Orlando is really a fucking popping place. Like it's a good place and like there's opportunity there. You just gotta fucking, I mean, you know, and other big like New York, Miami, you know, LA, things like that, it's a little bit easier to stumble upon it. So, you know, people kind of, you know, go to those cities and think that's how shit is everywhere. But it's like, it's not like that. Like most places you have to like put in some type of work and grind and put in the effort. Like it's not just going to fall on your lap. And I feel like that kind of deters and scares people away a little bit because it's like, fuck, I don't want to put in this work and not get anything. But, you know, like I said before, if you put in work, you'll see some type of result.
You will see results. 6 month consistent work with the right team, the right push, marketing, advertising, just staying outside, being consistent, you will see results. That's guaranteed. You will see, if you went from 50 followers, you will see 100 real followers to 1,000 to 10,000. It's just going to grow. But you have to stay. A lot of people, they start and they give up.
Yeah.
And what I do, I literally like be, what do you call that when you holding somebody's hands, like babies, people like holding their hands to the water. And I'm just sick of doing that, you know? Like, it's like, now I'm like, yo, I'm not pushing the artists unless they're pushing themselves.
Yeah.
Feel me? Because I know what I can do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm crazy about music, so I know I will push you like no other, but it's about what you gonna do. That's where I'm at with artists. Like, what you gonna do for yourself? Yeah. I mean, like, it's certain artists that be like, damn, Gumbo, you don't post me no more. And no, what you gonna do for yourself?
Like, do you post yourself?
Right. Why you waiting on me for?
For real,
Like, you gonna pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
But you expecting to be for free. But it's cool though, but it's like, push yourself first, and I'm gonna get behind you. That's what I did with Omni. Omni pushed himself every day. He have 1,000 content from all his songs. He have different videos, different location, different outfit. He haven't even shot no video yet. Just straight reels content. Just him singing the same song. And it kept over and over until it's a hit now. Yeah. TikTok hit. People dancing to it. Feel me? So it's like, it's just about staying consistent at whatever you're trying to do. You just cannot give up. It's plenty of time I'm supposed to give up. I'm damn near at a time right now I'm supposed to give up right now. But I'm not going to give up because I just have this faith and belief that I have to touch I am before I'm 30. I'm 28 right now. I'm about to be 29 September. So we talking about next year. I have to touch an M off this music shit before 30. Someone like me, I deserve that M off of whatever I'm trying to do. I deserve a lot of abundance and wealth at whatever I'm trying to do in life. Because I know my heart, God knows my heart. God knows that I'm willing. I just want to help people. And it's crazy. It's like almost a gift and a curse because I pray to God to allow me to be a servant to the world. Yeah. So it's kind of like me helping people. It's kind of like I pray for this. So why am I complaining? Yeah. So it's a default situation.
Yeah, I mean, that's a double-edged sword with that shit. You know, you kind of... helping people is kind of like a thankless job. And kind of...
selfless.
It's thankless. People, you know, are going to be like, oh, cool. And then, you know, like you said, just kind of keep it moving and not really realize what you kind of, you know, how you helped out, how you looked out and shit like that.
It's crazy. Like a light switch.
Yeah.
They just switch like, oh, they turn to Scooby Dooby Doo. Like Gumbo who? That's how they turn. I'm like, damn. You just told me you loved me yesterday.
Damn.
Now you don't know who Gumbo is.
Man, like I said, I mean, if nothing else, I respect the resilience, dog, because that shit is fucking. That's yeah. It can be like. I mean, and you know, that shit is very extremely frustrating when you're trying to fucking, you know, do something and help people out in any sense. Like, even if it's just in your everyday, you know, day-to-day life and like that. And people just can be so unappreciative sometimes and so like just kind of like entitled to shit.
You know what I feel like? What's his name? Moses?
Yeah. Part of the Red Sea?
Yeah, I definitely part of the Red Sea, and I definitely can get us to the promised land. Cause when I ain't gonna lie, when I go to Miami, I'm in the promised land. I'm living better than 99% of Americans when I'm in Miami, just based off my resources. Yeah, like, I'm in a yacht for no reason. Like, hell, you feel me? So it's like I know where the promised land at, and it's like imagine you know where the diamond at. Yeah, you're trying to take everybody to come see the diamond so they can benefit from it. Yeah, literally what I'm just trying to do. I seen the diamond. It's over there. And I'm trying to take everybody to come with me who really believe in themselves, really believe in their own talent, their work ethic, and we can get there. It's there, like it's sitting there waiting for us. Yeah. It's just about who believe. And it's just, that's a crazy life to live, to know that you can help people like with your resource. And it just, like imagine just be able to help people and you just like, damn, who's going to take advantage of this situation? Because there's nothing I can do about it. You know, I'm not an artist. Nothing I can do with all this resource, other than like me starting a business with one of my resource people. But other than that, like I can't benefit from this besides me really helping the artist win. Once the artist win, then the rest of the team wins. Yeah, that's really what it is. And then I could become the biggest A&R in Florida. I will. Shout out to Jiggy. He's my favorite producer. He signed to We the Best. He told me, I'm Gumbo. If you keep going, bro, you're going to be the biggest A&R in Florida. And I believe that. When he said it, I believe it because I always told myself I'm going to be that. So I know I am. Like, I just got to keep going. Like, keep the right people. Got to keep money in my pocket. It's like I just keep investing. That's how I stay broke. I just keep investing into my ideas, my artists that I help. Not just even giving them money, just me paying for a travel fee to go see them perform, or helping them go half on a studio time, or for a camera, like shit like that. I just keep investing. It's keeping me broke, but it's giving me hope. Yeah. At the same time, because I know it's possible. So I'm gonna just keep going till this shit works, because it gives me joy doing this. It's like it's like helping the artist like gives me joy. So when the artist like, Gumbo, why you post that? Or don't post me or whatever. It kind of breaks my heart. I'm like, damn, I actually enjoy posting you. I actually enjoy supporting you. Yeah. But when you trying to take that away from me, it's like taking a pacifier away from me. For real, that hurts me when the artist is like, yo, take that down. I'm like, damn.
But why? I mean, I guess what situation would they want for you to take them down if like you're supporting it? You're like, is it something that they posted?
It's insecure. It's insecurity. What I dealt with a lot of artists that's very insecure, and that's what's holding ego and insecurity is holding. Ego is holding my male artists back, and insecurities is holding my female artists back. And I'm gonna say this on camera.
That shit fucking makes sense.
And that's what I'm dealing with. The ones that's not getting nowhere in life, they put ego in front of everything. And the female that's not getting nowhere in life, they put in their insecurities. And like I got artists that's supposed to be dropping music. They want to be perfect. Yeah. Sorry to say, they want to be perfect, and it's like we got to get shit done. I'm all about executing. Like, I'll make the cover art for you if I have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of guy. Like all my events that I do, I make the flyers. Whether it's whack to you or not, I make the flyers.
Hey, it's something fun. You know, and that's something too. Like, it's easy for somebody who's not doing it to fucking make fun and criticize and shit like that, because it's like, you know, they don't know the type of work and effort and time it goes into
putting in that work,
promoting the artist, making a song, doing a podcast, you know, shit like that. They just see the results of it. They don't see the behind the scenes, you know, the time it takes to edit, the time it makes to, you know, make a flyer, to engineer a song, mix this shit or whatever. None of that. So, you know, it's easy for them, you know, poke fun, make fun, criticize, say this, say you're dumb, say you're stupid, all this other shit. But it's like, you know, especially, you know, I've been posting a lot more on my socials, so I've been getting a lot more people commenting and shit like that. I've been getting love, so people that show love, you know, I appreciate it. But, you know, obviously, you know, naturally there's going to be people that, you know, I say something that they might not agree with or something like that, and those are the ones that kind of are more quick to comment. But in my eyes, I'm like, well, one, I'm in the space of, you know, sharing my opinion, so that's going to happen. But two, like, you know, if I got people, you know, I guess riled up enough or emotional enough based off my takes, and it's like, I'm doing something right then. So it's like, I'm going to keep on saying what I'm saying, and, you know, I'll put context behind it. And that's the thing too, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I kind of learned this too. It doesn't matter how much context you put behind something. People are just going to hear what they want to hear and then just fucking latch to that anyway. So it's like, you know, I'll go please everybody. Yeah, I'll go back and forth in the comments sometimes, but like at a certain point, it's like you see they're just arguing for the sake of arguing. I'm like, all right, well,
I ain't gonna lie.
I hope you have a good day.
I ain't gonna lie. It be days, bro. It be days where I be arguing with people. I have all the time in the day. I just start trolling people. Like anybody who's like sound like a female on the comments, I just bitch them. Like I make them feel like shit. They be feeling like shit, bro.
Shit,
they want to block me, all kind of shit. Like, I'm like, yeah.
Hell no. I won't block. Because those are the people that I'm kind of banking. Like I mean, one of the takes that I had, I was on Nate's podcast, What We're All Thinking. We're actually doing a music review together, but I brought up Rihanna. I think Rihanna is better than Beyonce.
Okay.
Now, that shit, you know, people, I know the Beehive is super crazy and shit like that, but if you look at the numbers, if you look at the streaming numbers, if you look what she's done on her own as a solo artist, and that's no disrespect to Beyonce, but she came up in a music group, Destiny's Child, they became really big. And then shortly thereafter, she married Jay-Z, so like that definitely helped. Jay-Z. Yeah, you know, so there's a lot of, and Rihanna, yes, Jay-Z signed her, but she's been a solo artist. She did the Fenty thing on her own. She didn't become, you know, and even now she's married to A$AP Rocky, and A$AP Rocky is kind of like a B-list artist compared to fucking Rihanna. So it's like, you think
A$AP Rocky is a B-list artist?
I don't know. I don't think he is. But compared to Rihanna, yeah.
No.
Compared to Rihanna, I think A$AP Rocky is a lower tier.
No.
Yeah.
A$AP Rocky is the A-list celebrity.
Well, then Rihanna's
sure.
A plus.
You gotta think about it. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be with Rihanna. You gotta think about who he's with, right?
But then Rihanna's A plus then because she's
exactly. If he's
right,
with her,
fair
he's
enough,
A plus.
Fair enough. All right.
Right?
He's A minus then.
What? He should be C plus, right?
A minus. She's A plus.
But not ASAP.
Because she's a billionaire, dog. She made $1 billion on her own before she was even with ASAP.
Right. That's true.
ASAP, I love ASAP Rocky. I love his music, but he ain't touching a bill.
But as you talk about money, I'm talking about
about money, fame, fucking accolades. I'm talking about everything that it encompasses.
That's what alias is. You gotta have a lot of accolades.
I mean, at a certain point, it comes with it. The money, the accolades, the fucking, how you're perceived in your own field.
I'm an ASAP Rocky fan, and I'm
I fuck with ASAP Rocky. I love ASAP Rocky. I think if he would have put out more music, then he would have been kind of. But he goes such long times without putting out music.
It's Kendrick Lamar shit. They legends, bro. They call themselves. I'm an artist. I'm not a rapper.
Fair enough.
But they take their time. Like they really play with sounds and really make sure.
But ASAP Rocky, his shit, what was it? The Don't Smile or the Smile shit? That shit got leaked like 3 or 4 times already.
The Smile shit when he was in the ASAP Rocky go hard. He's very ASAP Rocky. Everybody dressed like ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, no, I think he's hard. I love ASAP Rocky. Like I said, I think him, ASAP Ferg.
I feel like EA long ways the ASAP Rocky of Orlando.
You think?
With the image, him just being so different, no one looks like him, and he's a rock star.
Yeah,
like he's like ghetto rock star. He looks ghetto, but he's a rock star for me. But it's clean ghetto. It's not like crazy ghetto.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel it's that.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I'll say shit like that. But somebody took that thing and clipped it and put it on their Twitter and told me that I was dumb, this, that, whatever shit. Yeah. But like,
be trolling.
Yeah, I mean, and that's all it is. But again, if somebody's taking the time to do that, I must be doing something right. If someone's taking the time to comment on someone's shit, like your song's ass, like, but you took the time to listen to it and comment on it, so like, what you're helping me out at the end of the day. So comment all the fuck you want, fucking say all the shit you want. You're helping me out, taking the time out to watch my shit and comment on it. So who's so, but man.
A lot coming up 2025, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're halfway through it. Summer's, just getting started, so
it just begun.
Yeah, so I feel there's definitely going to be a lot of things going on. A lot of people coming on the podcast that I'm excited to have on, and I personally need to start popping out more, going to more events and shit and showing
definitely
face.
Pull up to my shit.
I would have, but I already had plans. I was out of town this weekend, so right. But no, I mean, we got each other on Instagram and shit. I'll be liking your shit, so when I see it, I'll definitely pop out and show out and show love and shit like that, because I need to. That's like I said, when back 2-3 years ago, when probably when we were at our most viewers and shit, we were out almost every weekend promoting our shit, going up to people, talking to people. So, now I'm not going to be going downtown as much like I was, but I'll be going to events and still marketing and networking and doing it in a more professional way. So
that's how I started. Like I was that's why I don't even like now. It's funny how you trying to do that. Now I'm like, I'm only doing my own events or events that I'm invited to.
Yeah.
Before I just show up.
Well, I mean, part of that is I do want to, I want to do my own showcase. I had my dog Spazzo the artist. That was the guy from Ohio that came on. He's kind of, trying to help spearhead that with me. His in Cleveland and mine down here. But I would like to, do a showcase maybe closer to the end of the year and kind of, see see if I can put on a decent event and shit like that. I feel like at this point I've met enough people and I made pretty good connections that I feel like, it'd be a decent show at least, but I won't know until I do it. So that definitely, I think that's become the goal for the end of the year.
The artists that's following you right now, you can get them on the platform.
Right. So,
stage,
that's kind of.
That No Hangover Fest.
Yes, sir.
Everybody gonna be drunk.
So the funny thing is though, is that I'm more of a fucking smoker than a drinker.
For real?
Yeah.
Me too,
yeah. So, it kind of, but I don't mind drinking, I don't mind, popping a bottle and getting a little crossfade to go. But
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna do this on camera because I'm on your show. I got some gas now.
I'll bet. Go ahead. Yeah.
But I don't I never advertise that I smoke weed. I don't think people even know I smoke weed unless you're around me.
No, yeah, I don't really advertise it. Like if you watch the podcast, y'all know, but I don't try to put it on social media. I put it out there too much, but I don't really I don't try to hide it. I just don't
try to hide it from my sponsors.
The sponsor dollars.
Yeah, the sponsor dollars.
Yeah, no, but I don't.
What Drake say? Sponsor numbers getting sky high.
Yeah,
I got a hobby. Chuck to hit the blunt.
Yeah.
I just feel like
I know fucking 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
Yeah, that's my favorite song.
All my self promoters are janky. You established like the Yankees. That whole fucking game thankless. Woo.
Yeah, that's
shout out to the boy. That's
that song is how I feel about Orlando right now. that's
all you self promoters are janky. Bow. Shots fired.
Like I thought we looked out for one another.
Man, he fucking kills that shit.
Yeah, Drake is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, he's top. You can try and talk all that shit all you want. Anybody wants to talk shit all day, whatever. But like again, people get to the point where you're undeniable and you're just looking like a hater. Yeah. And for most of his career, he's done it through the music too. Right. It's not really until recently, like past few years, that he's been more on social media and shit like that. And even now, he don't really do too many interviews, but he's on social media more and shit like that.
I've never seen Drake on Breakfast Club.
Nah,
because him and Charlamagne don't like.
They don't fuck with each other.
Damn, I never seen them Hot 97 Drink Champs.
Nah.
Damn, I never seen this Drake in none of those.
He hasn't done any podcast runs like
never.
The one that I saw him do was he did a Barstool one with fucking Caleb Presley, the dude with the long blonde hair. He be doing all the funny interviews and shit like that. He did one with him. Yeah.
He went on what do you call them?
He does the streams. Nah, $1 million worth of game.
Go there yet?
Nah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, but I know he be going on the streams and shit like that, but
we do a lot of streams.
Yeah, but interviews and shit, he don't really be going.
I can give you my top 5 Orlando artists.
Go ahead.
We're gonna shine some light on some Orlando artists right now. Top 5. It's crazy. I asked myself a question and I'm answering it. Top 5
That's Orlando. How we do it over here.
Top 5 Orlando artists. I'm gonna go with. Starting with 5.
He's doing it in order too. Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna start from the bottom, go work our way up. Number 5 will be. I'm gonna give it to a female artist, 6'1" Tweezy.
6'1" Tweezy.
You heard of her?
Nah.
6'1", yeah, she signed to Alpha Records. She's like the female OG for female rappers. She's like the head of that. Top number 4 in Orlando. Realistically speaking, I'm gonna give it to So Right Carter. The reason why I'm gonna give it to him, he's also a cameraman, working with Authentic Empire, Boozy, all them Webby. So he's going crazy with the camera. Yeah. He's also a good rapper. So it's like I'm giving it to him.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, he's definitely. He's gonna be one of the ones. I gotta give it to Lil Wet only because that's 3, right? Yeah. Lil Wet only because he's the last Orlando artist that really made noise in the city. So I'm gonna give it to Wet. Number 2. Damn.
Now it's crunch time right now. Shit.
Definitely crunch time. Number 2 in Orlando. I gotta give it up to. Damn. I gotta give it to A-Back.
There you go.
A-Back. I feel as though A-Back deserve his light, his shine. He's a very dope artist. He have great music, amazing music. Like he gets paid off his music.
Oh, bet.
Like this the only artist that I know gets paid off his music. Like he gets placements.
Yeah.
In movies and all kind of shit. So,
shit.
So yeah, he's one artist that's really benefiting from this behind the scenes. While everybody trying to be cool.
Yeah.
He's behind the scene collecting checks.
Yeah.
And he's very
really
low
what
key
it comes
too.
down
It's
to.
crazy. He's very low key, but he's supposed to be touring right now.
Yeah.
Around the world with the kind of music he got. So I'm gonna give it an A-Back. The number 1 artist I'm gonna give it to, based off of hard work, dedication, and just being in the mix. And no one is paying attention to this person. And I don't know why. I have to give it to EA Longway.
There you go.
EA Longway has been on TV twice. and no one is paying attention to that. He been on 104.5 The Beat.
Yeah.
No one is paying attention to that. You feel me? Yeah, he is on. He's and on top of all that, he signed to Roc Nation as an artist. No one is paying attention to that. You feel me? Like he had to deal with them, right? So it's like he already did all the major shit already, and it's just a matter of time where his time will come.
Yeah.
If he stayed consistent, you know, and me not just speaking from, you know, his management. I'm speaking from like in general, from like a somebody from the city, like in the industry, like EA needs his light, you know, like he's gonna be one of the ones. He's gonna represent Orlando the right way.
Yeah,
the right way.
Yeah, because he's another one. The first time I had him on, we talked about that of just like I said before, the appreciation of where you're from and loving where you're from and shit like that. Right. So, that definitely I think we need we need more of that in the world, especially for Orlando. Again, being from Orlando, I want to see more of that shit of, hey, from the 407 was good, showing love and fucking,
I feel like everybody that already made it, that signed a deal, is like, I feel like they get love. They already got the love, right?
Yeah.
And I just feel like they're not, I don't know, maybe Tyler Yahweh. I give it to Tyler Yahweh. He's trying.
I went to school with him, actually.
You went to high school?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was only for a little bit because he dropped out and went to summer school. I think our freshman year, going into our freshman year. But
you ever remember Studio 18? You wasn't here for Studio 18?
Mm-mm.
So Studio 18 where Tyler Yahweh used to sleep at before he made it. It's funny. As soon as he left, I moved into the same room that he was sleeping in.
Shit.
And I got into the music industry. So it's funny. I'll be telling him that when I see him.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'd love to have him on the podcast. That'd be pretty
definitely dope. Talk to Chapman. Chapman is the guy.
Hey.
Shout out for Chapman too.
Yeah, I was supposed to have him on last week, but he had some shit going on, so we moved it to this week.
Chapman is one of the peoples out here. He has a face. He has a name out here. He's a very important person. He's behind the scenes. Chapman is helping a lot of these artists. So I give him that. He's one of the people that I know is still involved with the artists. He don't have his hands on them, but he's dishing out resources, giving out advices and wisdom and knowledge that these artists really need.
Yeah,
and that's all it's about, just passing the torch. No one wants to pass the torch, but guess what? H-Dot passed me the torch, and I'm going to take over, and I'm going to lead the way. It's about who's going to follow me to the promised land. And if you don't, I will have a Joseph story where you will have to bow down to me when you see me at the kingdom.
Shit.
And I would hate for people to have to bow down to me.
Well, since I fucked up, we got to take one more shot before we sign out because I forgot to press fucking record, so that's not going to be in the podcast, but take this because this was a good conversation. It was definitely, you made it easy for me because shit, I asked you one question, you answered 10 of them, so made that shit easy for me, but
yeah, I love being in the entertainment world, just being in journalism. I love that. I was doing radio, my guy. Interviewing people.
My grandfather was a media and communications professor at UCF for like 20 years.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
And he ended up being the head of Latin American studies for a little bit, but yeah, he retired, with tenure and all that shit. Like he was, I remember as a little kid going to, especially in the summer, going with him and my sisters and my cousin to UCF to the newsroom and like running around, playing around and shit and all this other stuff and seeing all the equipment and all this shit. So, definitely.
How I'm treating this? I'm treating it like we in high school. When I was in high school, I was in theater room and mass communication. So I was the guy that was on the TV. I was on the news.
Yeah. Oh, word.
So everybody got to see me on TV every day. So really, I'm treating the music industry like it's high school all over.
So you're used to this shit though. Yes.
I'm used to all this.
Yeah. I mean,
a young kid.
Yeah. I play football and stuff like that, but I've always been a low key dude. Like, I had some type of popularity, and like I think it was more so because I played football and just kind of by association, like right. My friends and shit like that. But I've always been a low key guy, so that's why it's always hard for me to like push myself out there and shit like that. But it seems like this kind of how your personality. You like being in front. You like kind of meeting and greeting and you don't mind that shit. So
it was crazy when I was in elementary school. I used to pretend that I was famous. I used to pretend that somebody was interviewing me, and I would interview myself. Talk to myself every day. And I was in my room. I used to pretend that I was a celebrity wrestler, and I would go into my room. My room was the arena, the ring, and I would go into my bed. I would pretend I'm wrestling somebody. I would finish, I win, and somebody interview me. Like I used to pretend I was famous.
Man, isn't that fucking a child's imagination is the
crazy.
Fucking best. That shit is fucking. So how you keep that? One more question before we go. How do you keep that fucking? How do you keep that drive, that like imagination, that part of you alive that kind of helps you, chug through and kind of, keep that, wide-eyedness about you? Because I feel like as you turn into an adult, it's easy to just be like, oh, well, now I got to do this. I got bills to pay. I got kids to take care of. I got this. And it's very easy to lose sight of that, that child feel of it, to understand that, like, you got to, this is a life. You only got one. You still got to enjoy it.
You know why I still have that? Because I seen it at a very young age. So I already experienced it, right? So it's like, it's always been in me. I never let nothing stop me from chasing my dream. No girls, no nothing. Like, even if I fall back, I always come running back to the dream. Dr. Miles and Les Brown, it's some motivational speaker I listen to. Dr. Miles always speak about, even if you lost a girl, you still have a dream. Even if you lost your job, you still have the dream. Even if you lost your house, you still have the dream. So stuff like that stick to me. No matter what, no matter how much I lost, because I lost a lot. I never can keep a home. I'm always moving in different places. It's crazy. But I lost so much, but I still have the dream. I'm still in it. You feel me? I could be so low, but I'm like I said, when I go to Miami, I'm living a rich life with $0 in my pocket. You feel me? Like, I'm in it. I'm already in this shit by default. So nobody can kick me out of it, right? So it's like, since I'm in it, it's like, let's make the best of it. Let's really see how far can we go. You feel me? Like, my best, teaser touchdown? Yeah. My best friend is his manager. Like, I play video games with this guy. He lives right here in Orlando.
Oh, for real?
He's raising his kids, and he just go on tour with them whenever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm watching people who, helping people get on. So I know this shit is possible. This shit is right in front of my eyes. It's not far-fetched at all. To everybody else is, but to me, it's just right in my hands. All I gotta do is just close it and dominate and take over. Execute. It's all about execution. 2025 is all about execution. No more excuses. No more distractions. We older now. We been there, done that. We already let the girls distract us. We let the job distract us. We let everything distract us. Now it's time to give 100% to your dream. If you work a 9 to 5, when you get out your 9 to 5, give the rest of your time to your dream. You feel me? Just balance. Everything is about balance right now. Feel me? That's really, really. Everybody just gotta balance their life out. That's why they're so stressed. They so distracted by. I can say this. They get distracted by pussy. People distracted by pussy. Girls distracted by chasing dick all day and chasing money and whoever going to buy them McDonald's today. So everybody chasing the wrong thing right now. Everybody's 100% distracted. That's what's holding everybody back. It's not the talent. It's not the resources. Not that they don't have money. It's none of that. It's they're distracted by bullshit. Because it's time where I have artists to perform, and then they don't perform because they leave to go sell weed or go to chase pussy, or we're going to the club. I'm tired of being here. I've been waiting too long, whatever, right? So it's like they're showing that they don't really want this. Something else got their intention. So money follow intention. So if whatever you give the most attention to, it's going to follow you and it will come to life. So I'm just a firm believer of just manifestation, making things happen, execution. You can talk about it all day, but what are you going to do about it? That's what I'm all about. Watching actions and seeing results. 2025, I only want to see results from everybody around us. Whatever you want to do, show me the result. Feel me? You want to start a show? Show me the result. You want to throw an event? Show me the result. I don't want to hear you keep talking about it because I don't want to talk about my dreams all day. I want to get it done.
Yeah.
So I want people around me to have the same mindset. Get it done. Because the people higher up, all they're doing is getting shit done every day at a high level. Yeah. Like, they live this shit. They flying private jets right now going to the next shit they got to do. You feel me? Yeah. So you got to do this shit every day. If you're an artist, if you run a business, you have to post about your business every day for this shit that makes sense. You have to stay in people's face. People have to see you every day in order for them to become a fan. Your key point, you want to pay attention to building a core fan base. Go back to A$AP Rocky. He don't have to drop no music because he have core fan base and living off his old music. Yeah. And as much as they want new music, they're good off the old music alone, right? Shit, so even me, I'm a fan of him, and all I do is listen to his old music. So you have to build a core fan base that's gonna buy whatever you sell. You feel me? And then it's all about if you own a business, get subscribers. Netflix have over 100,000 subscribers. They're making $2 million a month, charging people monthly $7, $9, and they're making millions of dollars a month just off of that. Yeah. So it's all about, in order for you to expand, to make a lot of money. You know why we not rich right now? Because not a lot of people know us. Nobody knows us yet. Yeah. The more people know you, the more money you make. So people know I can come to No Hangover for this. That's how rich you're gonna be. So everybody know, if 100,000 people know I can come to No Hangover for an interview, that's how rich you're gonna be. Yeah. For me, 100,000 people know you, and they're gonna pay for the service.
One interview at a time, brother. Right. One interview at a time. Shit, we getting there.
Right. So you want to have an overload of people just tap in. That's why everybody that made it, all the podcasts, the mic drops, the creeping through the street, on the radar, all these that made it because they stay consistent and they stuck to the vision. They never give up. I'm pretty sure they don't cut some people off or whatever. I don't know who's solid or not, but they stuck to the vision, stuck to the plan, and now it's working. Yeah. So just stick to the plan. Don't give up. Stay solid. If you have a team, stay solid. And don't give up and just make things happen. Execution. No excuse. I don't want to hear no more excuse for no artist, but I'm so tired of that shit, bro.
Leave that shit at the motherfucking door.
Leave that shit at the house.
Fuck. But, man.
We're going to take a shot.
We'll take this shot in a second. Fucking, I appreciate you for coming on, dog.
For sure. No hangover.
Yeah, whenever you want to come on, if you got people that you want to come on, send them my way. For sure. This is episode 220 of the No Hangover Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate, comment, follow across all our platforms. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts and we're on Spotify. Check us out on our socials, on Instagram at No Hangover and on TikTok at No_hangover.
No hangover, man.
My dog Big Gumbo. Let's take this shot.
Take a shot, man.
Bow.
2025.
Episode 220. We're in the books. Everybody love everybody. Deuces.
That's why they do this.
Bow.
It's a wrap. Bow.